Friends gathered. Though delighted by your patronage, Tataru is ready to send you on your way. I realise you've still got lots to do before you depart, so I won't keep you any longer. I do hope you can find a moment for yourself, and that the others can as well. They said they were returning to the Baldese in Enix, though I doubt they stayed for long. If you decide to go looking for them, I suggest speaking with Kryl first. I'm sure they would have told her their plans. Yeah, so we're going to go and round up. Oh, this sword design is really cool. Locked box. The box is locked tight. How mysterious. So. Let's see what Kryl has to say. So this should be unsynced, shouldn't it? Because, well, no, I thought they said once we hit 90, or was it once we finish the MSQ? Or once we hit a certain point of the MSQ that it'll become level 90 stuff. You're back. I take it you received your gift from Tataru? I'm wearing it, Kryl. Though I suppose they've got no way of checking that. Or maybe they have. It was a surprisingly long... Oh, it was a surprise. Sorry, that was me going, that grammar doesn't make sense. No, I just can't read. It was a surprise long in the making, with many, many long hours of fretting to get everything just right. I'm glad to see it realised, and with a great success. If you're looking for the others, though, they've already taken their leave. Stola, Thancred and Uriange have gone to the last stand for a bite to eat. Alice and Grautir, meanwhile, thought the time would be better spent poring over books at Numenor. As for Alpha and Owen Estinian, well, they've elected to pay a visit to the Levier estate, though Estinians seemed somewhat reluctant to go. I'm sure they would all be glad for your company if you have a mind to seek them out. Should you be feeling peckish, I suggest heading to the last stand before Stola and the others finish eating. But above all else, it would be foolish to run headlong into battle a fatigued mess, so do remember to get a good night's sleep. Okay. So this is going to be our calm before the storm section of the final act, where we get some time spent with each of our comrades before we lose them. Try as she might, Tataru had no chance of standing between you and a hearty meal. Don't worry, we've saved some for you. As thou perchance had opportunity to partake of the rainbow pudding. Owing to its striking flavour and somewhat garish appearance, it is quite popular. Indeed so popular that the last stand stock hath been entirely exhausted. I should hope, at the very least, Puddingway did sup upon this most delectable of desserts. Demajourn, come to make our trio quartet, have you? Please have a seat and we'll see about getting you a drink. Again, this is the kind of thing that you just wouldn't get in other MMOs.
Your business with Tataru was finished?
No, a prolonged, voice-acted, that was clearly motion captured or hand animated, cutscene where we are just chilling and talking. You just wouldn't get that in other games. Other MMOs, certainly.
My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Nope.
Feels like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing.
It was 8 years plus.
Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
Have they... Is it me, or does Y'shtola sound just a little bit tipsy?
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation.
Look at this, they've got proper animation.
Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
Yeah, she's speaking differently.
Ultima Thule, where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine.
Did you notice that there was a level of fluid in there as well? Just a tiny
Whatever
smidgen of
awaits
hints
us
of it,
there, we will
rather than just
survive.
that flat line.
We must. For her.
In Philia. And Wayne. Just make sure you bring enough ammunition. You've nothing left to prove. Not to read. Home in Philia.
Is aught the matter?
No, it's nothing. I just... Well, lately I find myself surprised at how much I've changed. How much we've all changed.
It's almost like they've been given time for character growth, and we've seen it happen. Not in, like, once-in-a-while cutscenes, but all the
We've
time.
come far together, and if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home. In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
What with the primals and Ascians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies. In all seriousness, though. In uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
I wonder if we're not going to deal with Xenos. I wonder if he's not going to be part of this final act. I wonder if he is going to be for afterward.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change.
I wonder if there'll be a time jump.
With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out.
Ooh, yeah, they're setting up for the end of the Scions here.
After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after. But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much would change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess I too have yearned to see more of the world. If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to affect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Not in that outfit, it's not.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear. What of you, Ishtola? Any grand plans?
Well, she promised Runar.
I continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds.
You want to go and see Runar.
'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise.
Oh, and she hasn't remembered.
Should my pursuits prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you.
Of course
And
not.
in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Spare me.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
There will be no duty's end for us.
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Well, shall we make a toast?
Yes. The duty's end.
To victory.
To our comrades.
To the future of the star.
You know, this is really, really nicely written. But of course, in terms of writing structure, it is very clearly, you know, offering the potential foreshadowing of some or all of them not making it back. You can always count on your friends to help you maintain perspective. Pretty mind taker prefers pleasure in it. I'd like to think I give as good as I get, though I'd fare better with the occasional assist from our consummate nodder. But it's all in good fun. I wouldn't have it any other way. I say, Imogen, whence came this simulacrum that standeth beside thee? I see falsely. But you stole and Thancred but moments ago employed the self-same doubling magic. All right then, keep those secrets. Louis-Andre is drunk. Even so soon? I suppose it's for the best, if you'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Louis-Andre. I dare say the others would welcome your company as well, if you can find them, that is. In any case, as long as you make the most of your time, then that is all that matters. Speak with Alizé and Alphino. Yes, I can't help but be nervous. Obviously, sticking the landing of this story, this massive story, and I don't just mean Endwalker, I mean the story as a whole. Sticking the ending is going to be challenging. Graha's still not quite. Hi, Ali. We try speaking with Alizé, but she's fast asleep. Bless her. I cannot fall asleep sitting up.
Oh.
Knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late. Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry. Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over. From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable
It looks so
bed,
uncomfortable.
to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love. You deserve all the joy in the world. There is so much that life has to offer. So much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness. When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
Thank you, Cryle.
This feels familiar. Well, 'tis good to be... Wait. What am I... Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one word.
I'm told that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
Having a chat.
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And you?
Just going for a walk. Just enjoying a little peace and quiet. Gods, I didn't realise I was so tired. One moment I was resting my eyes, and the next... I should go and get some air. Maybe a quick bout of training, but not sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Don't say that. Don't say that. If nothing else, these two seem to be in good spirits. Still, I'll see them back to the annex for some proper rest, even if I have to drag them by the ears. That's enough reading for one day. As we don't know how long we'll be away, I'd best return these books before we depart. And eat. I'm absolutely famished. What about you? I see. Perhaps I'll stop at the last stand on my way back. Right. Where is Alphino? Oh, he's at his parents' house, which makes sense. Again, these are all just... I'm not going to say indulgent character moments, but earned character moments, I think, is probably the better phrasing. Oh! What's going on here? Estinian? What? Surely this isn't the first time you've seen me without my armour. No, it's not. We saw you in bed. Although it's a rarity. Hi, guys.
Oh. What brings you here?
Thought we come see what was going on. See you introducing
so
your
you were
boyfriend?
worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by turmoil.
No, not really. Those gloves.
All is well, I assure you. In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinian, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
A spot of tea.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lads and ladies.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
Oh, they've already had there.
I might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
He's not wrong.
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress. It's just... It was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning.
Stop it. Obvious foreshadowing is obvious.
Lies ahead. I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today.
But that's the thing about foreshadowing. It works its best when you know that you are at the end of a story and anything could happen. You know, I've used the excuse of the trusts as a way of saying, oh, well, you know, they can't die. But by the time we reach level cap, it doesn't matter because they're not those characters anymore. They're just video game things that we use in dungeons. Story-wise, everything is on the table here.
After all, tomorrow is never promised.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family. Well, it's past time we were on our way.
Estinian is not expounding on that.
Wait!
But...
Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes.
You have?
Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me.
No.
To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
A moment of emotional... I suppose I ought to thank you both as well.
Well, we needn't make it a competition. You know, this must be what Hydaelyn meant when
Oh
she spoke about
no!
depending on one another.
Foreshadowing! Foreshadowing!
However treacherous the road before us, together we will...
Oh, we're
prevail.
going to have 2 dungeons at 90 as well, aren't we? Probably. Did we still get 280 dungeons? I forget. Oh, I'm going to have to look that up now. What did we get at 80? Yeah, with the base. Yeah, we got the twinning, and we got Amarot. Obviously, Amarot was the big story dungeon. The twinning was separate. What's our story dungeon going to be? Well, it's probably going to be Meteon's last line of defense, isn't it? A few of our comrades decided to remain a while in Charlotte after making their deliveries. Did you happen to pass any on your way here? All that remains is to return to the annex and give my armor one last polish. I expect Alpha now has maintenance to carry out on those floating things of his too. Back we go. This video is an hour and 5 minutes long and it has been nothing but talking and story moments. And that is why this is my favourite Final Fantasy game. Welcome back, Demagen. Return to catch a few final winks before embarking on your mission, I presume. You'll be happy to know your chambers have been cleaned and fresh linen is laid out. I pray you enjoy the sweetest dreams. On this final night before the big day. Something tells me that is not going to happen. Let's see. That night at the Royal Menagerie in Alamigo. Xenos? Xenos. Oh, he's gone all reapified.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly.
Mm-hmm. Look at it, Xenos. You are surrounded by beauty.
That transcendent moment. What was it that I sought in you?
Is he going to have an epiphany?
And what was it that you sought in me?
We just wanted to stop you. We don't care about you. Well, I don't, because you're boring. You are a beast. And thus it dawns. The day of reckoning. So Xenos still has a part to play. Silence.
How often have we thus assembled?
Many times.
To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
Back at the Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
Yes, everything being so connected.
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments. From the joyous to the sorrowful.
We've had occasion to call other places home too. Be it Ishgard or Kugane, we were fortunate to find sanctuary wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium, to stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all.
Nod.
The Forum has sent word. The Ark is ready. The Loporrits naturally will be commanding the vessel. They will see the 8 of you to Ultima Thule. Upon arriving, your objective is to find and vanquish Meteon. As a final formality, the Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
Yes.
We are.
Though I fear it will cost us dearly.
To Thalmasane, I leave you with these words. You must triumph. What that means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether. Yet whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through. So please, triumph. Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
Let us be off then.
Wait! Both Kryl and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here. Safe journey, all of you, and be safe.
Yes, I suspect this will be the last time some of them will see each other. And that will do it for that episode, because we've already run a bit over. But when you are, as I think I've already said, when you are working with these big calm before the storm moments, they need the time to breathe. So many films, especially because of their limited run times, so many films breeze over this section, this rising tension before the final confrontation and the climax of a story, just because they can't afford to, on their limited run times, actually spend the time. And even video games do it as well, because they're worried about their players getting bored. This, of course, has the advantage of 8+ years worth of people working with this story. Or, if they've only started playing recently, still hundreds and hundreds of hours of growing with these characters and their experiences, and the high quality writing that the MSQ and other parts of the story have continuously provided. Has the MSQ always been excellent writing? No, it hasn't. You only need to look back at 2.0 and some of the 2.x stuff to see the pacing issues, to see the issues that they had when they were trying to completely remake a game from scratch. But there's a reason why Heavensward is so memey, and the whole, critically acclaimed expansion, Heavensward. Because it's freaking good writing. And Stormblood may have stumbled a little, but it was still well written. Yes, it wasn't as quite as smooth, I think the issue is, as Heavensward, and it was a little bit more experimental and didn't maybe work as well. And then you had Shadowbringers, and now you have Endwalker. And I don't think I'm remiss to say that whilst Shadowbringers did so much. I couldn't tell you yet whether Endwalker has surpassed Shadowbringers as its story experience. Certainly there have been many story beats in this that have surpassed Shadowbringers for me. I mean, dude, just the stuff with Elpis alone blows things out of the water. I mean, as I think I said at the time, and I haven't got to this bit in my editing, but I'm pretty certain I had a gushy moment at the end of my time in Elpis where I just gushed about how that was for me an even better, mind-blown experience than seeing Amarots underneath the waves for the first time. I don't think it's unfair to say that this is a better experience than Shadowbringers, realistically. And that is not to put down Shadowbringers in any way, shape or form. And I have a lot of worries about the end of this. In a story concern in terms of what is going to happen to the characters that we love. What's going to happen to us and our place in the world. We've already lost Hydaelyn, for Christ's sake. Yes, we knew it was going to be the end of the Zodiark Hydaelyn story, but that doesn't stop the humongous impact that her being gone has. I mean, what happens to the Blessing of Light? All of that kind of stuff. I know she's given us the last dregs of... I assume that was the last dregs of her power. Now, I'm really interested to see what we're going to do with it. But with no Hydaelyn, no Zodiark, no Ascians, if we do defeat or deal with Xenos as maybe the final trial of this story, because keep in mind, 6.0 is the end of this story. It's all in here. There's nothing to wait another 3 months for. This is it. What comes next? But I need to get through this stuff first. So I'm nervous about, rather, the characters. Yeah, what's going to happen to everybody. But I'm also worried about sticking the landing. You know, you are going to have to do something incredible to stick this landing 100% on all accounts. And it's possible. You know, absolutely possible. And I have faith that it'll happen. We'll find out more about what happens next in Act 6 next time. If you liked this video, not that I don't think I've really done a lot in it, but if you have enjoyed the video, do please leave a like, subscribe for more if you haven't done so already, and I will hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, folks, happy endwalking. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.